This is the Central Florida Computer Society's main meeting for March. And we have a guest speaker today, Bob Gostischa, who is going to talk about artificial intelligence. So Bob, are you ready to start?
Not. Let me start by sharing my screen. And we'll start off with artificial intelligence, because that's what created this backdrop. AI, a closer look. AI is certainly a lot more than just ChatGPT and DALL-E 2. AI is being utilized across a wide range of industries, and its applications are continuously evolving. The following video will outline some of the industries that heavily depend on AI. A sampling of the many industries that depend on AI. AI is being utilized across a wide range of industries, and its applications are continuously evolving. Here are some of the industries that heavily depend on AI. Healthcare. AI is being used to improve patient outcomes and reduce the cost of care in the healthcare industry. Machine learning algorithms are used to analyze large amounts of patient data to provide personalized treatment plans. AI chatbots are also being used to answer basic questions and provide patients with information on their health care. Finance. AI is used in the finance industry to analyze and interpret large amounts of financial data in real time. It is used to predict market trends, identify potential fraud, and automate trading. AI algorithms are also used to personalize investment recommendations for customers based on their individual needs and goals. Retail. AI is being used in the retail industry to improve customer experience and increase sales. It is used to analyze customer data and provide personalized recommendations for products and services. AI-powered chatbots are also being used to assist customers with their inquiries and provide real-time support. Manufacturing. AI is being used to improve manufacturing processes and increase efficiency. It is being used to optimize supply chain operations, predict equipment failures, and automate production lines. AI-powered robots are also being used to perform repetitive tasks and increase productivity. Transportation. AI is being used in the transportation industry to optimize routes, reduce fuel consumption, and improve safety. It is used to analyze traffic patterns and provide real-time recommendations for drivers. AI-powered autonomous vehicles are also being developed to improve transportation efficiency and reduce accidents. Cybersecurity. AI is used in cybersecurity to improve the detection and prevention of cyber attacks. Here are some of the ways in which AI is used in cybersecurity. Threat detection. AI-powered systems are used to detect potential threats and vulnerabilities in real time. These systems use machine learning algorithms to analyze large volumes of data and identify patterns that may indicate an attack. They can also learn from past attacks to improve their ability to detect and prevent future attacks. Behavior analysis. AI-powered systems can analyze user behavior and identify anomalies that may indicate a potential attack. These systems use machine learning algorithms to learn about normal behavior patterns and identify deviations from these patterns. Malware detection. AI-powered systems can detect and prevent the spread of malware by analyzing code and identifying suspicious patterns. These systems can learn from past attacks to improve their ability to detect new strains of malware. User authentication. AI-powered systems can use biometric data to authenticate users and prevent unauthorized access to systems and data. These systems can use machine learning algorithms to learn about user behavior and identify potential fraud or impersonation. Threat responses. AI-powered systems can respond to threats in real time by automatically blocking suspicious IP addresses or quarantining infected machines. These systems can also initiate incident response procedures and alert security teams to potential threats. Overall, AI is used in cybersecurity to improve the speed and accuracy of threat detection and response. Its applications are expected to continue to expand as the threat landscape evolves and new technologies are developed. AI can be a powerful tool when used properly. Use it as a tool, not the final product. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching.
During this presentation, I'll be sharing several videos that will give you a greater insight into AI. The videos that I'll be sharing are as follows. You saw AI as a closer look, 10 pros and cons of using ChatGPT, AI in cybersecurity, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the new Bing chat with GPT, and how you can also add it to Chrome or any other Chromium-based browser. What is phishing and can you protect against it? AI-generated outer space images using DALL-E 2. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have about each video's content at the end of that particular video. AI, a closer look. AI is more than just ChatGPT. I use something called Pictory AI in the creation of this video. AI, a closer look. Artificial intelligence is a broad field that includes the development of intelligent systems that can perform tasks that typically require human-level intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, perception, and natural language processing. There are many different AI tools available that can be used for various applications, including chat, audio, video, and other aspects of AI. Chat AI tools. Dialogflow, a platform that allows developers to build conversational interfaces such as chatbots, voice assistants, and IVR systems. IBM Watson, a cloud-based tool that allows developers to build and deploy chatbots and virtual assistants that can be integrated with various channels such as Facebook Messenger, Slack, and more. BotPress, an open-source platform that allows developers to build chatbots using a drag-and-drop interface along with natural language processing and machine learning capabilities. RASA, an open-source machine learning framework for building conversational AI chatbots. Audio AI tools. Amazon Transcribe, a machine learning powered service that allows developers to transcribe speech into text with support for multiple languages and accents. Google Cloud Speech to Text, a service that allows developers to transcribe speech into text using Google's machine learning models. Kaldi, an open source toolkit for speech recognition that provides a wide range of speech recognition and signal processing tools. Mozilla Deep Speech, an open source speech to text engine that uses deep learning techniques to transcribe speech into text. Video AI tools. Amazon Recognition, a machine learning powered service that can identify objects, people, and activities in video and images. Google Cloud Video Intelligence, a service that allows developers to extract metadata from videos such as labels, shot changes, and explicit content detection. IBM Watson Visual Recognition, a service that allows developers to train custom models to classify and detect objects, scenes, and faces in images and videos. OpenCV, an open source computer visual library that provides a wide range of tools and algorithms for images and video analysis. Other AI tools. TensorFlow, an open source machine learning framework that provides a wide range of tools and libraries for building and deploying machine learning models. PyTorch, an open source machine learning framework that provides a flexible and dynamic approach to building and deploying machine learning models. Scikit-learn, a machine learning library for Python that provides a wide range of tools and algorithms for data analysis, machine learning, and data visualization. Microsoft Cognitive Services, a suite of pre-built APIs and SDKs that provide various AI capabilities such as speech recognition, text analysis, and image recognition. In conclusion, there are many different AI tools available for chat, audio, video, and other aspects of AI, and the selection of the right tool depends on the specific requirements and use cases. Any questions on the past or the last video?
Yeah, I'm sure that the weapons were also probably, I don't know, I didn't see them in there, but that's maybe a compilation of a number of those for military use.
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with military use of AI, but of course it exists, and probably to a much greater extent than many of us will ever realize.
Hopefully.
AI is involved in virtually every part of every business in one way or another.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Next video, 10 pros and cons of using ChatGPT. And this points out 10 reasons to use ChatGPT and 10 reasons not to. It's a great tool, but it should not be the final product. AI stated in the video, as I stated in the video, I use it as an aid in creation, but I don't allow it to be the final product.
10 pros and cons of using ChatGPT. Let's start with the pros of using ChatGPT. Number 1, it's fast and accurate. ChatGPT can provide fast and accurate answers to a wide range of questions, allowing users to quickly access the information they need. Its advanced NLP techniques and large-scale training allow it to understand the meaning of questions and generate relevant responses, providing users with the information they need in real time. Number 2, versatile. ChatGPT can handle a wide range of topics, including general knowledge, specific domains, and conversational interactions. This versatility makes it a highly flexible solution for a range of use cases, from computer services and support to entertainment and social interaction. Whether users need help with a task, want to have a conversation, or simply want to learn something new, ChatGPT can provide them with the information they need. Number 3, natural language processing. ChatGPT uses advanced NLP techniques to understand the meaning of questions and generate relevant answers, providing a human-like interaction. This allows users to engage with ChatGPT in a way that feels natural and intuitive, helping to build trust and confidence in the system. Number 4, scalable. ChatGPT is a scalable solution capable of handling large volumes of queries and providing answers in real time. This makes it a powerful tool for business and organizations as it can automate tasks such as customer service and support, freeing up valuable resources and improving operational efficiency. Number 5, customizable. ChatGPT can be fine-tuned for specific domains and use cases, allowing for customization to meet specific needs, whether a business needs to provide a tailored response to customers' queries or a user wants to focus on a specific area of interest. ChatGPT can be tailored to provide the right answers. Number 6, cost-effective. ChatGPT can automate tasks such as customer service and support, reducing operational costs. By automating repetitive tasks, businesses and organizations can reduce their workload and improve efficiency, freeing up resources to focus on more important tasks. Number 7, accessibility. ChatGPT can be integrated into various platforms, making it easily accessible to a wide range of users. Whether users prefer to access ChatGPT through a website, mobile app, or other platform, they can easily get the information they need without having to navigate through complicated systems. Number 8, continuously improving. ChatGPT continuously learns and improves its performance, leading to a continually improving experience for users. With its ability to continually learn and adapt, ChatGPT provides users with the most accurate and up-to-date information possible. Number 9, multilingual. ChatGPT supports multiple languages, making it a global solution. This allows users from around the world to access information and engage with ChatGPT in their preferred language, improving the overall user experience. Number 10, fun and engaging. ChatGPT can provide fun and engaging conversations, making it a unique tool for entertainment and social interactions. Whether users want to have a lighthearted conversation or explore new topics, ChatGPT provides a fun and engaging experience that can help users stay entertained and informed. Now that we've looked at the pluses, let's take a look at some of the minuses, or the cons of using ChatGPT. Number 1, limited contextual understanding. Despite its advanced NLP capabilities, ChatGPT may still struggle to fully comprehend the context of a situation, leading to inaccurate or inappropriate responses. This lack of contextual understanding can undermine trust in the system and limits its effectiveness in complex scenarios. Number 2, bias and lack of diversity. As ChatGPT was trained on a large data set, it may reflect bias and a lack of diversity in its responses. This can result in inappropriate or insensitive responses and limit the diversity and perspectiveness and opinions provided by the system. Number 3, dependence on training data. ChatGPT's performance is dependent on the quality and quantity of data it was trained on. If the training data is not diverse or representative of all perspectives, the responses generated by the system may be limited and biased. Number 4, Limited creativity. Although ChatGPT can generate novel responses, it may still struggle to generate truly creative or original ideas. Its responses are limited by the data it was trained on and may lack originality. Number 5, limited emotional intelligence. While ChatGPT can understand the sentiment of a question or statement to some extent, it may still struggle to fully grasp emotions and human experiences. This can lead to a lack of empathy and a failure to provide emotional appropriate responses. Number 6, potential of misuse. ChatGPT's advanced language generation capabilities can also be used for malicious purposes, such as spreading false information or spreading hate speech. Number 7, need for human moderation. Despite its advanced capabilities, ChatGPT still requires human moderation and oversight to ensure that its responses are accurate and appropriate. This can add an additional layer of complexity and cost to using the system. Number 8, limited personalization. While ChatGPT can be customized to some extent, its ability to personalize its responses is limited. This can result in generic or impersonal interactions, which can limit its effectiveness in certain applications. Number 9, vulnerability to adversarial inputs. Like all AI systems, ChatGPT is vulnerable to adversarial inputs, such as deliberately misleading or malicious questions. This can lead to incorrect or inappropriate responses and compromise the integrity of the system. Number 10, need for continuous improvement. ChatGPT performance can degrade over time as it encounters new and unexpected data. To maintain its accuracy and effectiveness, it requires continuous improvement and fine-tuning, which can be a time-consuming and resource-intensive process. In conclusion, ChatGPT is a powerful tool for business to automate customer service and sales conversations. It is cost-effective, automated, scalable, and can be personalized to provide better customer service. However, it is important to consider the potential drawbacks of using ChatGPT, such as the lack of human interaction and potential privacy concerns. Use it as an aid in creation. Do not allow it to be the final creation. By the way, I used ChatGPT in creating this presentation, but I made edits, so it was not the final presentation. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Stephen Hall has his hand raised.
That was very good. One thing about the PowerPoint that you used, I don't know if ChatGPT picked that out, but the text on many of the slides just kind of faded into the background. It was hard to read it. It should have selected better contrast, I think. The other thing,
before you go on with that, one of the things that's coming to PowerPoint as one of the things within the Office suite is an ability through AI to automatically block things that can't be easily read. Now, this was done before that goes into effect. From now on, once you have that addition to your PowerPoint or any place else where you have colors and stuff, it will automatically tell you, hey, this doesn't work. This will. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that when I put this together, and then when I just recently read the fact, hey, they're not going to make some adjustments based on what AI is coming up with. Great. I never made any attempt to make changes because it's a great thing to point out. That's one of the places where they're putting AI to work.
A couple more comments too on the number one, fast and accurate. I don't know how many of you may have seen the CBS 60 Minutes. I think it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago with Leslie Stahl, where it was only a 12-minute segment on ChatGPT, but they asked it to do a bio on her background. and had her having worked for NBC for 20 years, which was incorrect. She pointed out, she always has worked for CBS. So it does, of course, make errors. The other thing, and this is a misnomer on my part, somehow, and I think you've clarified this, I thought the thing was like open to the internet. Well, it apparently not.
No,
It's open
2021,
Yeah.
2021 is the last information it has. Ask any questions after that date, you will get an answer, but it will not necessarily be correct. It's up to you to make sure the answers that are supplied by ChatGPT or any of the other models are actually accurate. That's your job.
Are you saying, though, that the data set was the entire internet pre-2021?
That is what is always prefaced in anything you do with ChatGPT. It only has information through 2021.
I thought it was a much narrower data set, but wow, if it is even, that's tremendous. And then the one other comment, this is on the negative side, the scary side, really. I watched a program where a fellow, an educator, wanted to test his professor, his former professor, writing professor actually, as to whether the professor would be capable of discriminating term papers that were written by ChatGPT and ones that were actually written by the students. And he was only right, I think, less than 50% of the time. It was so good. In other words, he couldn't tell which ones were student written and which ones were AI. And so that
I can tell you, though, that if you use it long enough, you will automatically learn some of the things that keep happening again and again and again. And that's how you can pretty much tell which one is and which one isn't generated with ChatGPT.
Yeah. Oh, excellent presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Huey, you got your hand up?
Yeah, and just to go further what you just said, excuse me, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, the reason I raised my hand is there's going to be a ChatGPT 4 that's supposed to come out in the next week or so. Did you have any indication whether that's going to add to the 2021 limitation or not?
I'm not sure. I posted on our Facebook page at Tech for Seniors. There's going to be another one that'll be specifically a special coming up, for lack of better words, on Microsoft and ChatGPT. So, but I don't have any insight on exactly what's going to be released in this new version. Don't know whether it's going to improve it, whether it's going to add additional data. That I don't know.
Yeah, and to go back to what Stephen was just talking about, the question of I've lost it again. This is short-term memory. The AI is just amazing, and your explanation of it was great. Thank you.
Sally Ann, you're muted, so unmute. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to mention that I asked a question about Amazon Smile because about discontinuing its program, and I put that question into the original chat GPT site, and it came back with an answer saying that, oh no, Amazon Smile is you're wrong, and it's currently active. I then put that same question into the chat GPT in Bing, and Bing gave me an up-to-date answer.
Okay, when you put it into Bing, you're actually asking for the search engine, which of course has up-to-date information. When you put it into the chat part, that's the one where storytelling happens. Okay, and it's limited, right? And it's limited with its information through 2021.
Right, but I did put it into the chat portion of Bing. the
Well,
chat
as soon as
GPT
you
portion.
say Bing, if it's in Bing, it's using the search engine for answers.
Oh, okay, but it gave me a correct response, so,
Correct.
okay, thank you.
Stephanie? You're muted?
That was a very good summary of both the good and the bad parts. I've been very annoyed by doing tech support things and they come back with the wrong answers, or they're totally useless for things which are unusual things. But so you really need to add, if one's doing business, an option to ask for a real person if they don't answer your question with a reasonable result.
You're correct. Mike, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up with you and go on with the next one, because otherwise
Yeah.
we won't have an hour show. We'll have a 24-hour show. And
Okay.
we'll have more questions after this anyway.
Yes.
So
Yes, I was just going to make a comment that when we're talking about researching facts and using Chat GPT or similar AIs, I found a technique that helps a little bit. And at the end of the question, I'll say, provide footnotes for in your answer above. And I'm now getting a separate paragraph at the bottom of the answer with the references that it thinks are the sources for where its answers are coming from.
but it gives you a chance to verify before you allow that information to become public knowledge. Right. Okay, next is AI in cybersecurity, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
AI in cybersecurity, the good, the bad, and the ugly. AI technology has advanced to the level that it's now at a pivotal point. Artificial intelligence is rapidly becoming a powerful tool in the cybersecurity landscape, with the potential to revolutionize the way we detect and respond to cyber threats. However, as with any technology, there are also risks associated with the use of AI in cybersecurity. In this video, we will explore both the advantages and dangers of AI in cybersecurity, including examples of how cybercriminals could use AI to improve social engineering attacks, and how cybersecurity companies can use AI to better protect users. My thanks to Louis Carones for his excellent article and the inspiration for this video. You'll find his article on the Avast blog at the link listed. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and get involved. One of the biggest advantages of AI in cybersecurity is its ability to automate tasks. Machine learning algorithms can be trained to identify patterns and anomalies in network traffic, allowing them to detect and respond to threats in real time. This can greatly increase the efficiency of cybersecurity teams and help them to stay ahead of rapidly evolving threats. For example, AI-based intrusion detection systems can automatically detect and block malicious network traffic without human intervention. AI can also be used to improve the accuracy of threat detection. Traditionally, cybersecurity solutions rely on rule-based systems that rely on predefined patterns to identify threats. However, these systems can be easily bypassed by attackers who use new tactics or techniques. AI-based systems, on the other hand, can learn from past incidents and adapt to new threats, making them more resilient to attacks. For example, AI-based systems can learn to identify new strains of malware by analyzing their behavior without relying on predefined patterns. Another advantage of AI in cybersecurity is that it can help organizations to prioritize their response to incidents. With the vast amount of data generated by networks, it can be difficult for security teams to determine which incidents are the most critical and require the most attention. AI can help to identify the most critical incidents and prioritize the response accordingly. For example, an AI-based system could automatically alert a security team of a high priority incident, such as a ransomware attack, while a lower priority incident, such as a simple phishing attempt, could be handled automatically. As AI becomes more prevalent in cybersecurity, it also poses a threat to the security landscape. One of the biggest risks is that AI systems can be hacked or manipulated, potentially allowing attackers to take control of them. This could lead to the launch of devastating cyber attacks, such as a distributed denial of service attack or the exfiltration of sensitive data. For example, an attacker could use AI to evade intrusion detection systems by generating malicious network traffic that appears legitimate. Another risk associated with AI in cybersecurity is that it can be used to launch highly sophisticated and targeted attacks. AI-based systems can learn from past incidents and adapt to new tactics, allowing attackers to evade traditional security solutions and launch highly effective attacks. For example, AI-based malware could be used to evade antivirus software by constantly changing its code and behavior, making it difficult for security teams to detect. AI-based social engineering attacks are becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. Cybercriminals are using AI to impersonate human behavior, such as using AI-generated text or voice to impersonate a trustworthy person or entity to trick users into giving away their personal information or money. This makes it increasingly difficult for users to distinguish between legitimate and malicious communications. Cybersecurity companies are using AI to protect users from these types of attacks. For example, AI-based systems can be used to detect and block malicious social engineering attempts by analyzing communication patterns and identifying anomalies. Additionally, AI-based systems can be used to identify and block malware by analyzing the behavior of files and processes in real time. The use of AI in cybersecurity can bring significant benefit in terms of automation, threat detection, and incident response. However, it also poses risks such as the potential for hacking and manipulation, the launch of sophisticated attacks, and the violation of privacy. Cybersecurity companies are using AI to protect users from these types of attacks by detecting and blocking malicious social engineering attempts and identifying and blocking malware by analyzing the behavior of files and processes in real time. However, it is important to remember that AI is not a silver bullet. It is important to have multiple layers of defense in place to protect against cyber threats. You may wonder whether AI technology is truly as advanced as we describe. It's a fair question. Has AI technology really advanced to the point that it's now at a pivotal point and it's continuing to gain momentum? The straightforward answer, yes. To put things in perspective, the entire text of this article has been generated by ChatGPT. The image within it has also been created using Stable Diffusion. Louis Carones only created the prompts that were necessary to explain his requests to the AI tools. We hope that taking a critical look at the text above will help you further understand the growth role of AI, both within the cybersecurity landscape and beyond. My role in all of this has been to do a bit of editing, add some additional images, and add my voice to the words created by AI. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Next is the new Bing with ChatGPT and how you add it to Chrome and other Chromium-based browsers. So yesterday, when I opened up my Edge browser and I did my usual check at the new Bing search tool to see whether or not I'd be greeted by the usual message, "You're on the waiting list," I got pleasantly surprised because when I highlighted that Bing icon, guess what? I now have the new Bing search engine with ChatGPT built in. And as you can see, when I do highlight this, it opens up this new window. And from here, I can chat, I can compose. And as it says here, ask me anything. There are restrictions because ChatGPT only works through information gathered up through the end of 2021. So if you want something that happened after that date and you get an actual answer, it's probably not a true one. Up till 2021, this thing works like a charm and has lots of information and makes life a whole lot easier for you. But if you need information for something that happened after 2021, this doesn't have that information available. Keep that in mind when you use it. There's also a change in the actual search bar in Edge. You'll see recent searches, but I can also put in what's new in Bing. And you have an answer, but you have lots of other things that you can choose from. This is just a search result, and it incorporates some of the features of ChatGPT. But you do have the chat feature. You can also do shopping or get images or videos or maps and more. But the biggest added feature is, of course, the chat feature. Put it in, and this opens up ChatGPT right in your search box. Just thought you might want to take a look at what's new in Bing search in the Edge browser. But you can also add that Bing feature to a different Chromium-based browser. Let me show you how to do that. In this case, I've opened up the Chrome browser. Next, select the three-dot menu, select Settings. Now go down to Search Engine. That's, of course, set to Google. That's the default search engine in the Chrome browser. But use the pull-down menu and select Bing. Before we do this, let me go back and put this back into Google. Let me show you what my normal home screen looks like. This is the default. Now we're going to change this thing over to Bing search engine to get the advantages of that ChatGPT being added within the Bing search, but it will change your default home screen in your Google Chrome browser. So let's go back into the three-dot menu, back to Settings, back to Search, and change this to Bing. Now, let's go to a new tab, and you notice Home now looks like this. It no longer has what you originally had. Yes, you still have some shortcuts on the bottom that you set up, but they're not the same as they were when you had it set for the Google search. You are now using Microsoft's Bing search, and this is your new home page. If you're not signed into your Microsoft account, you will at this point have the option. I've already signed in because I'm using Bing. I might as well get the points when I do a search. As you see here, starts off with Ask Me Anything, and that is ChatGPT. That's the change that will occur if you decide to make Bing your default search engine on a different Chromium-based browser. As you can see, it's now available on other Chromium-based browsers, not just Edge. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Any questions on that one?
Yeah, I have a comment on that. So this is just out apparently, but apparently Bing's AI has added personality options to it. 3 choices. You have a creative option, a precise option, or a more balanced option, from what I understand. That just came out on March 2nd. So
correct. And that has to do with increasing the accuracy of the response.
Right.
Okay. And the first one, it gets to be pretty lucrative with its answers and you get to more precise, you won't get as much information, but what you get will be more accurate.
And then the one other question is, one or the other of these chatbot AI types will not do a resume for you. I don't know if it's Bing or maybe it's Chat GPT. Do you know which one it was?
No, it doesn't do it won't, none of them will, because they don't have enough information about the average person. If you ask it for a resume on Shakespeare, it will give you one. If you ask it for a resume on you, they don't really know you, me, Huey, or anyone else, regardless of how active we are on the internet. Although lately I have gotten a bio on me, which was very surprising, but that's after the last changes went through.
Yeah, I think one of them actually would do it, but maybe it's a third one, it's either Chat GPT or Bing. Okay, thanks.
Drew? Okay, let's go on to the next one. What is phishing, and can you protect against it? Find out what phishing is and how to protect against becoming a victim. I use ChatGPT and Pictoria AI in the creation of this video. ChatGPT supplied the answers to the questions I posed. Pictoria AI created the video. I use my voice for narration and Screencast-O-Matic for editing. What is phishing, and can you protect against it? Phishing is a type of cyber attack in which an attacker tries to trick a victim into revealing sensitive information such as login credentials, credit card numbers, and personal information. Phishing attacks typically involve the use of emails, instant messages, or other communication channels that appear to be legitimate but are actually fake and designed to steal information from the victim. Phishing attacks can take many different forms, but they often involve a message that appears to come from a trusted source, such as a bank, an online retailer, or a social media website. The message may contain a link to a fake website that looks like a real one, or it may ask the victim to provide sensitive information directly through the message. Causes of phishing. Phishing attacks are usually motivated by financial gain or by a desire to obtain sensitive information that can be used for identity theft. Phishing attackers typically use social engineering techniques to manipulate the victim into taking some kind of action, such as clicking on a link, opening an attachment, or providing sensitive information. One common technique used in phishing attacks is to create fake websites or emails that look like they come from a legitimate source, such as a bank, social media site, or online retailer. The attacker may use convincing graphics, logos, and other elements to make the message or website look legitimate, and then use language designed to create a sense of urgency or fear, such as warning the victim of a security breach or threatening to close their account if they don't act quickly. Other techniques used in phishing attacks include spear phishing, which targets specific individuals with customized messages, and whaling, which targets high-profile individuals such as executives or celebrities. Protection against phishing. To protect against phishing attacks, there are a number of steps you can take. Be cautious of unsolicited emails or messages, especially if they contain urgent or threatening language. Phishing emails often use scare tactics to get you to act quickly, so it's important to take a step back and think before clicking on any links or providing any sensitive information. Look for signs that the email may not be legitimate, such as spelling or grammatical errors, or a sense of urgency that seems disproportionate to the situation. Verify the sender's email address or phone number before responding or clicking on any links. Phishing emails often use spoofed or fake email addresses or phone numbers to make the message appear to come from a legitimate source. Before responding to any message or clicking on any link, take a moment to verify the sender's identity by checking the email address or phone number. If you're not sure, contact the sender directly through a different channel to confirm their identity. Check the URL of any link in the message to make sure they match the website you expect to visit. Phishing emails often include links to fake websites that look like legitimate ones. Before clicking on any link, hover over the link to see the URL it leads to. If the URL looks suspicious or doesn't match the website you expect to visit, don't click on the link. Do not provide sensitive information in response to an unsolicited message. Never provide sensitive information such as your login credentials, social security number, or credit card information in response to an unsolicited message. Legitimate organizations will never ask you to provide this information through an email or message. Install any phishing software or browser extensions that can help detect and block phishing attacks. There are many tools available that can help protect against phishing attacks, such as anti-phishing software or browser extensions. These tools can help detect and block phishing websites, alert you to suspicious links, and provide other security features to help keep you safe. Use multi-factor authentication on all of your online accounts to add an extra layer of security. Multi-factor authentication is an important security feature that adds an extra layer of protection to your online accounts. By requiring a second factor, such as a text message or authentication app in addition to your password, multi-factor authentication can help prevent unauthorized access to your accounts even if your password is compromised. Keep your computer and devices up to date with the latest security updates and patches. Keeping your computer and devices up to date with the latest security updates and patches is an important part in protecting against all types of cyber attacks, including phishing. These updates often include security fixes and patches that can help prevent attackers from exploiting known vulnerabilities. Educate yourself and others about the risk of phishing and how to avoid falling victim to these types of attacks. Finally, education is key when it comes to protecting against phishing attacks. By learning about the risk of phishing and how to avoid falling victim to these types of attacks, you can help protect yourself and others from becoming a victim. Share this knowledge with your friends, family, and colleagues to help spread awareness about the importance of online security. Next, we have some AI-generated outer space images. I used DALL-E to create these. No, Novak, you have your hand up. You're muted.
Yes, I do. A point that was made a little earlier in your previous video about the phishing thing. They said to look for spelling errors and poor grammar.
Mhm.
And apparently now the people are using chat to
Yep.
create their documents,
Yep.
which has
No
pretty
spelling
much
errors.
perfect
Right. And no
grammar
grammar
and
errors.
spelling.
Yep.
And so that's no longer necessarily a good clue for the other. And
Yep.
I was wondering if you're familiar with the LM, um, uh, artificial intelligence. That's a music generator. Google's working on that. Are you
Yeah,
familiar
and,
with that
and
one at all?
Google has a website where they have experimental stuff. And
Yeah.
I have actually used the latest thing that they came out with, which was doing voice operatic music created.
I'll have to go out and check it again. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Thank you.
The rest of the presentation will be hands-on demonstration of ChatGPT and DALL-E 2. And I have gotten some input from both Mike and from Huey, which is what I'll be feeding to both ChatGPT and DALL-E 2, and we'll see what they come up with. So let me stop sharing this part of my screen. Let me open up the Google browser. Huey, since you come up first in the alphabet, we'll do yours first, and then we'll do Mike's. ChatGPT, and here is the question you wanted answered. Why are there so many production companies showing their logos at the beginning of a movie? Copy that. Don't have to do that. I can do it easier. And it is working. And it is coming up with answers. And the easiest way to get it to everybody so you can get back to this at your own pace, I pasted it into the chat and you can take it from there. Let me get Huey's second question, and this is one for DALI 2. A picture of an older man using a projector with a computer to demonstrate to a class of adult students. I'll copy it.
Easier probably just to go to AI.com.
He was looking for Dolly 2. Ooh. Oh, HTTP instead of HTTPS. Yeah.
Mhm. That means it doesn't like it on here.
Yeah, you just clear that out and paste the other one in, or just say new chat.
That's not going to help for getting the picture.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Right, we're on Dolly.
Yep. That's because I'm using more than one computer, and I don't know whether this one's got the tool in it. Picture.
Someone needs to sing Hello Dolly while you're doing that.
Yeah, right. It would be nice. AI tech TFSS.
Use Bing to bring it up, or just use Google to bring it up.
Oh, I'm not looking in the right place.
There you are. I see.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go to create.
It is beta software.
It's creating it.
Yep. What amazes me is the speed of it.
Yep. There are the 4 choices that came up. Want to see it by yourself, you can do it in there. And that takes care of Huey's questions.
While you're doing that, I put before all of this in the chat box a link to something that's called the tiny URL extender. And what it does is if you have a tiny URL, a bit.ly, or one of those other type of file, link things that make it real small. So, and you can't tell where it's pointing to. If you go to that website, it's called wheregoes.com. It will tell you where it's actually pointing to without having to go to it.
As long as you're
Mike.
doing that question, Bob, if you would, when you paste that in, just extend the question with footnotes. Let's see how it actually does. Or actually, if you follow up on it, once this is
Yep.
finished,
Yep.
it'll recognize everything it's done so far. So just say show footnotes for the above answer.
That's what I plan on doing.
Okay. That's the thing that impressed me, is how much it can remember from the initial inquiry.
Also have to remember that metformin's been around for a long, long time.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He even says, I'm sorry, I didn't give you footnotes.
Mhm.
Oh, it's giving Huey's. Okay, it's actually, since it's the same query.
No, it shouldn't be. It was a different question. So,
But it did go back up and get you footnotes.
oh, in the,
It got both of them, yeah, and gave footnotes for both.
yeah, smart little tool. Okay, do you want this copied into the chat also?
You can if you like, sure.
And again, while you're doing that, earlier, we were talking about AI generated detection, and or were we talking about teachers and whether they could discover whether it was AI generated or not? And there's two
Yep.
websites. One's AI detection, and the other one is AI check for AI, and the other one is AI context detector. So there's programs out there written in artificial intelligence to discover whether the article was written with
Well,
AI.
who else should know better than AI to detect AI? Okay, back to this. Now let's go back to,
What was that second website, Huey? He said,
AI context detector and check for AI.
okay,
There are two of them.
thanks.
Mhm.
If you refresh
if
it,
I can just,
refresh the page.
all right.
No, it put the same information back. Sorry.
Yep.
There you go.
Generate a patriotic patriotic image using the US flag to that could be used as a background image for a website. That's what Mike wanted to have generated.
And again, while that's doing that, besides changing your search engine, okay, there it goes. I'll talk about that when you're done.
And the comment I made to Bob, and Bob answered back to me in our correspondence, is if you generate an image like this using AI, it's not copyrighted. So you have
Correct.
no problems using these images in your own website.
Unless, remember what I said when I posted the information on this, because it was just a very recent ruling that came out that these cannot be copyrighted unless there is an artist's intervention in the picture. So if I were to download this and then make some actual hands-on changes to it, that would be copyrighted. I could copyright that one, but not the original picture that came out from AI, subject to new lawsuits and new rulings. As it stands right now, you cannot put a copyright on something that DALL-E 2 or any of the others create.
And then the other comment is, just as with text searches, note in these pictures.
Yeah, there's always some anomalies in
Yeah,
here.
take this-
You know, they're
take
not
this-
perfect.
Yeah, but take the center one. I'd have to go look at my flags. Does the field of blue actually on the lower right-hand corner come out on white? Or on the lower right-hand corner, does it come out on red? The AI has it both ways. So it's not always going to generate what you might expect. And how many people would catch that if they were looking at a website that had that picture on it?
They won't. I don't know how much more time we have, if we have a time limit, if there's anybody else that has anything they wanted to add.
We can take about 15 minutes of questions if they're appropriate.
Okay, then let me stop sharing.
There was a question asked that didn't get answered in person, and that was, how did you get your voice in the AI generated presentation that you did?
Because the program that I used, one of two ways. I either did it in the program where I do my editing and did a voiceover, or right within the program itself, I can, for each slide, create voiceover or voice input. Now, the program that I use isn't free. Happens to be very good, but it's not free. And what I use is Pictory AI. I took out a 1 month trial on this thing, paid, and it was $16 with a coupon.
I use Studio, Pinnacle Studio.
Too complicated. There are many, many different programs out there that you can use to accomplish the same thing. The idea here is to accomplish it simply. Okay, that's the whole idea. I really don't need AI either to generate any of the information, but it's just so much faster to simply give it the prompt and it generates the information for you. Now all I have to do is go through it and verify for it for accuracy. And I have an article written for me that I can then use to create whatever I want to create with it. So it's done for expedience. It's done for speed. There's only so many hours in a day. And as you get older, you got lots more things you want to be able to do. And if you can speed things up, why not?
I started doing presentations with Tech for Senior about a year ago. And that was well before AI became available to the public. And when AI became available to the public in some of the last presentations, I actually said to ChatGPT, give me an outline for the following presentation. And it didn't really need the latest information because electric vehicle technology had been available through 2021. And the outline was very good. I didn't necessarily do it in the same order, but it organized my thoughts. And then once it organized my thoughts, that then let me put the presentation together.
I've got my hand up, but one of the things when you talked about changing the default browser in Chrome to Bing, you showed how to do it, which was very good. But what I have done instead of doing that, I still have Google as my default browser, but I've added a second window that goes to, or a tab, I should say, that goes to bing.com, and have told it when I open up Chrome to open up the Chrome search engine in tab 1 and bing.com in tab 2, and I can go back and forth between them.
I left Chrome as it was and I use Edge with the new Bing search in it. So it depends on which browser I use. Also, I have a shortcut or a web app that I put onto my taskbar for Bing with ChatGPT.
Stephen?
That's
Yes. So if you'll just excuse the rather silly question, I wonder if it generated some kind of really unique item, whatever, could you register that as a non-fungible token and then secure it that way? That wouldn't work.
No, because it's not something you can go back and tell somebody, hey, look at what I created. No, you didn't. You fed it some text. It did the creation. And it cannot be registered as, okay?
Yeah.
That's where the difference comes in. If you had actually painted that, that's yours. But just feeding something else words to come up with something, it's the one that's the creator.
The NFTs are just a different world altogether. I still, rack my brain to try to figure out how that works.
And
I have those NFTs. I have a different way of expressing them, but I can't use it here.
In chat, Richard Vogel asks, has ChatGPT announced plans to bring their data sources up to date?
That's probably what's going to be coming out at that next big release.
Plus, we know that Microsoft and Google have competing systems that certainly might be more up to date if they truly want to make them competitive.
Yep. And if the tables had been reversed, and if the snafu that happened with Google would have happened to Microsoft, we would now be talking about Google and how advanced its AI was. But because on national brand release, where there were millions and millions of people watching, something went haywire, it kind of put a bullet in somebody's head. And that's what Google is trying to recover from. Google has been using AI for a very long time. Their mistake was they goofed when it was being televised. And Microsoft was lucky that that didn't happen to them, because it could have. We all know that ChatGPT is not infallible. If you've seen some of the responses it has given, they're way out They have nothing to do with the truth.
The first one that I gave it was actually the opposite to the truth.
Yep.
Joe
And
Nowak.
it can be manipulated. So
Joe Nowak has his hand up.
On that copyright business, not that I'm interested in copywriting this stuff, but what you said was that if it generates an image and then you make a change to that image, add something to it or take something out of it, whatever, then you can copyright that. So
no, a physical, you as an artist, if you're an artist and you create an image and
Yes.
you now have that image and you manually do something to it, not by simply manipulating it with a program, and as an artist using an easel and paint and brush, and you change it, that you can copyright, or that you can claim as
so you weren't talking
ownership.
about the AI generated image.
Correct.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted.
AI generated images are not copyrightable.
Okay, so even if you do change it, it's not copyrightable.
No,
Okay.
because the original is not yours.
Okay, real good. Thank
Okay.
you very much for
Yep.
clarification.
However, I wonder if you just put your digital autograph in there, that would be a change that then would seem to make it copyrightable.
No.
But if you put an easel up and had your thing on the screen and you painted something that looks very like that, that would be copyrightable.
There's probably ways around it.
Arts
Take it back to court. It lost in the courts in the first round. It'll be challenged again. As it stands right now, you can't use it for copyright purposes.
So this actually is a new space race in a way. I mean, the competition is, people are going to be diving into this. Who do you think is going to win this race? You got any bets?
We will.
The competition will make us all winners. Okay.
That's correct. Yep.
I get a daily news report about AI, and every day there's a whole long list of companies that are making it available to do certain things. And I'm noticing almost all of them have pricing between $10 and $30 a month. So it's not cheap to do this, but out of all these companies doing it, there's got to be an awful lot of fallout that's going to happen. And a lot of them are just going to, and they've got a lot of money invested in it, and they're going to just fall off the grid.
I'm interested in the ones that give you the free trial.
Yeah,
And
I've tried a few of them.
Yeah, I try it. And when it comes time to pay, if I'm not quite certain or happy with it, that never happens. I did spend money on this one particular one, and I'm not sure whether I'll renew it or not renew it. That depends.
So just one more question about the general workings of AI. From what I understand, as far as the coding, there's a type of coding that uses big data. So like if you want AI to learn what a cat is, you just put up a whole bunch of pictures of a cat, you indicate what that is, and AI using a massive amount of data determines, okay, now I know what a cat is like. But the other type is using some kind of neural processing, which is a much more self-learning, much more like our brain works. Now, I don't know if you know anything about that. I certainly don't either, other than a few articles that I've read. But
Well, Elon Musk is involved with that end of it to help people with brain function disorders and stuff, because they're going to be using AI on that end, on the medical end. And that to me is a really, really fascinating.
Neuralink, I think, is one of the
Yeah, correct.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Elon Musk was one of the original investors in Chat GPT.
Open AI.
Yeah, Open AI. Yeah.
Yep.
we're at 4:27, and I wanted to give Stan a few minutes to say any announcements that he had for the the group. I thank you very much, Bob. For
Thank you much for
presentation.
joining me. Yep.
Yeah, great, Bob.
And Stan, if you are accessible, would you like to turn your video on and talk to us?
I see him.
I am. Let's see if I can get a better picture.
There
of
you go.
myself.
Got your head there.
Here we are. Well, you guys are way over my head on this. I've had far less experience, and I'm trying to learn and pick it up. Do appreciate your efforts, Mike and Huey. My daily situation between the spring break and family coming in from Pensacola, we've had a great time. They're leaving later this afternoon, which is why we were out sort of a farewell lunch earlier this afternoon. But just wonderful. Appreciate everybody's attention, and I think I'll just turn it right back over, and you guys close it up as you see fit. Thank you all for coming. Stay safe.
I have a question for Stan, if you could, Stan. A while back, you switched off of your wired router modem situation and went to some kind of a wireless situation, which seemed to work for a while, and then you had a problem with it. Is that right?
Essentially, yes. I got one of the T-Mobile $50 a month rigs, and everything was fine for a while, and then I don't know what happened. It has two hard ports, and it turned out for a while I had to be hardwired into it. Right now, I think that's how I am. I'm not on Wi-Fi. For some reason, it wasn't working well on Wi-Fi on this particular laptop. But when I realized that if I did hardwire it, it worked out, I just stopped solving it at that point. I don't want anything further about it.
It sounded interesting, so I was going to check that out. Well, thanks.
Well, Mike has used that home T-Mobile. Mike, do you still have yours?
I finally turned it back in. I did not really need to use it during hurricane season here. And I'm on AT&T fiber now, and it was 100% reliable through the major storms we had. So I turned it in. But at $50 a month for 300 megabits a second here in Florida, that's a pretty good deal. If you have, as Bob would say, if you have the physical location that can receive. And we're all waiting to see what pops up on a wireless tower that's going up very close to its home.
I talked to them, and they don't know anything about the tower. According to them, I don't have service in my area at all. So we're still waiting for corporate to finally bring it down to the local level to say, it's there, it's working, people are using it, they're not having any problems, sell the product. But that's not yet happening. Until that happens, you can't buy the product if you wanted to.
We have a new fiber optic company called WOW, W-O-W. I'm not sure where they're out of, but supposedly they're offering up to 5 gigabyte per second service, and we haven't seen their pricing yet, and they're both good and bad comments about other parts of the country. It's a national company, and it's the first where we've had two fiber optics companies digging in the same neighborhood, because CenturyLink was here for about 5 years. I was using them for a while, and AT&T has worked with DirecTV. They've got stuff going on, but that's not physical. It's all over the internet. So it's interesting. It changes every minute. You just gotta stay on your toes.
AT&T owns DirecTV.
You know, they're using that as a logo for what they're offering to people who are not in the area where they can receive DirecTV. They're doing it all over the internet.
Okay, Huey, if you want to wrap up the recording.
Thank you.